All right, here we go. Okay, so got the box here, and as you saw in the intro, what we're opening up today. Can you bring me the knife, Bubba?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi guys. I was just saying hi, Mommy. I just wanted to say hi too.
All right. Looks like attached to the base are the ground stakes that you would use to if you were putting him outside. So I'm just gonna set those aside over here. And here's our base. That was loud. All right. All right. Looks like we have letters D and E. That one is letter A. Those are letter O, but I'm assuming those are for putting the stakes into the ground. It looks like they zip tied everything together, so we're going to have to cut everything off.
Mommy.
Alright, that one will just slip off there like that. Just put that in the back of the pocket. These are letters D and E. Alright. We've got hands. And remember, this is the ultra posable kind. So his hands move every single little digit. So you can make his hands do whatever you want them to do, which is pretty cool. There's one arm, looks like his left hand. And his right hand, once again, out. I pinched myself, don't do that. Once again, ultra posable, so you can make his hands do whatever you want them to do. Make his arms bend out. Make them do whatever you want them to do. All right. The next thing that I'm pulling out of the box is going to be his pelvis.
Can I pick up the iPhone?
All right. And it looks like we got some cords in here. And 5.9 volts connection here and a clip there. We'll figure out what the clip is for once we get everything assembled. Alright, bottom of the box. Bless you.
Thank
You
you.
got his feet, which I'm assuming are going to go there. And there. I'll get there in a minute. Alright. We got letter. Oh no, this one doesn't have a letter. Oh, there it is. Letter F. This one is letter I. This one is letter H. This one is letter G. And then we have our torso. Big torso. Looks like it has the lights inside. And all of your controls are back here on the back. Alright, we're going to set him here for a second. And then we got another box in here. I'm assuming this is his oh so precious head that does all the cool stuff you saw in the intro. Remember, always cut away from yourself. Don't cut into yourself. That's always bad. Don't want to hurt yourself with a knife. Ever.
Can I tell
All right.
what happened to you, Mommy?
And inside inside the box, we have our very precious skull. I'm going to leave him in, I'm going to show him to you, but I'm going to leave him in the box until I'm ready to put him on, because I don't want anything to happen to it. Movable jaw. Looks like there's a light on the bottom. And then he's got his screens in there for the eyes. And then we have the support that goes into the top of the base. And then our cords for lights and sound. So there's the head. We are going to set that back inside the box and set that aside. And then it looks like we have our cord, which we'll need when we take him inside to show you what he does. Okay, now we've got our handy dandy instructions set aside here, and it does show that letters B and C, which are the feet, go on first, and then and then E and D, which are the poles, and then G and F. So that's where we're going to start. All right. Tangle of body parts here. You got to make sure also that when you put your feet on, you got them going in the right direction. That's the right foot.
Chair.
And then we have our left foot. Okay. Sat on my instructions. Hold on. Okay, so I believe this one goes on this side. Maybe nope. Hold on. There we go. There's a screw on the side that you're going to have to loosen up, and then there's a button latch on the bottom. So you're going to have to push it in and then push it to where the button latches, and make sure that you're screwing out the screw before you try to put it on there, or else it won't go in for you. There's the button latch on the front side of this one. All right. Screw those in a little bit. We'll have to get a screwdriver later and tighten those up. What letters did I say next? Next was G and F. There's F and G. These are going to be bottom of his leg here. It looks like G is going to go on to C, and F is going to go on to B. Alright, so F goes on. Well, isn't that just silly? Because I did it wrong. Of course. Okay, so for those of you who are doing this, put your bones on first. leg into his foot there. All right. We're gonna fix this one over here now. Just my luck, nothing wants to work right for me today, so we're gonna sit here and we're gonna fight with it a minute. Because I can't seem to get it to go in. There we go. Now we're going to have issues getting it to go down. There we go. All right. That is steps 1 through 3. Now, the next step that we have is going to be I and H. Going to put H on F and I, on G. Just like that. They're supposed to pop into place, but I'm not seeing. There we go. All right, on to the next page here to see what our next step is. Okay. So, on the back side of these two legs, we have a big hole, which gives you access to the push button. That's going to connect into these two holes here. So these guys go down in here. Like that. So once they are snapped into place, there's that. And I'm 5'6", and his pelvis comes up to my chest, so he's gonna be pretty big guy here. We're gonna move him back a little bit so we can see what we're doing. And our next step, we are going to attach by unscrewing the screw here on the top of the post. And then we are going to slide that guy right down inside there. Before we do that, actually, I'm going to connect our wires. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to do this one-handed, but we're going to try. I'm gonna have to pause and come back with you in just a moment with these wires, because if you can see here, they have to go in a certain way and then they twist on. So I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna get these wires attached and then I'll come back real quick. Okay, now we're back. That took a little bit longer than I expected. It was a little bit more of a pain in the butt. Once you get those wires connected, they have to be tucked down inside of the pelvis before you can attach the rib cage. So just be careful of that. And then there's a screw on the back of the spine that you are going to want to screw in to keep him secure. I don't have a screwdriver out here with me right now, so we're going to do that when we take him inside. But for now, he's just going to stand here like this. My next step is going to be his arms. So we're going to grab his arms. Obviously, right side goes on right side, left side goes on left side. And the way that the joint is centered in here, there's a very distinctive corner, so you're going to want to make sure that distinctive corner matches up to the part on the outside of the skeleton to make sure that they line up correctly so you can actually put it on there correctly. Alright. Side, unlike that side, to make sure that you know which side goes on which, it actually has a different shape on the inside of the arm to the outside of the rib cage, so that you know which side goes on which side. If you don't know your left from right kind of thing, that's just gonna pop on there. So, and then you should be able to move it up and down as you wish, as so. And like I said before, his fingers are fully graspable, so you can make him hold something, you can make him waving, you can make him, you know, give him the finger, you can have him do whatever you want him to do. For right now, he's just going to stand here like this. And the last step his head. Now, as you saw in the intro, his head does really cool things. His head also has the same connections as the rib cage does. So I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna take him inside. I'm gonna get a step ladder because, as you can see, I'm not quite tall enough. And I'm going to get him all set up inside, get his head put on. But as you can see, to attach the head, there is a cylinder right here, and it's just going to go straight down into the top of the neck. And then it has those same connectors for the lights and the voice and the eyes and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and pause right here for right now. We're going to take him inside and we're going to get him set up, and we'll see you then. Be right back. All right, we are back inside. We got him all plugged in. His lights are on. We haven't messed with any of the settings yet, but obviously, since you saw the intro, you know that we have. He's very tall. But here he is. We're gonna play some, we have his app set up on the hubby's phone. We are going to play some of his demo stuff. That was one of his things. He has 5 preset things.
The living have arrived. Within this domain, the sounds of rattling walls and
And his arms do move a little bit. That was the second one.
Welcome, dear guests. Tonight,
That was the third one.
Come one, come all. Bones come alive with laughter, and shadows come out to play. Embrace the mysterious ambiance, and let the spirit guide your way.
That was the fourth one.
Wanderers of the night, heed my warnings. What you may experience here will be burned into your memory for eternity. Pass these graves with caution, as the horrors beyond this point are born of mischief, and you do not want to be their prey.
All right, so now we're gonna show you all of his different eyeball settings. So this is the preset ones. You can change his iris color from blue to green to brown, or hazel, I guess, to red to gray, cat eyes, dragon eyes. I don't even know what you would call that.
Kaleidoscope.
Kaleidoscope, I guess is what it's called in the app. Fire, stars, pirates, fireworks, American flag,
Best one.
hearts, clovers, confetti,
That's it.
and that seems to be all of the eyeball settings. And then we can play with the lights on it as well. That's flashy, blue flashy, green flashy, orange, yellow, green, teal, blue, purple. And the colors are very much more vibrant in person, obviously, than they're gonna be on film, but you get the idea. And it looks like you can mess with his head as well. You can move his head all around. His arms as well. And we'll back up so you can see what we're doing here. And of course, hubby is doing all of this with his the app on his phone. And you can turn his torso, make him do all kinds of cool stuff. And as you saw in the intro, you can make him say whatever you want him to say, which is also really cool. He's on Bluetooth, so you don't have to have your phone connected to it all the time. You can have it flash through the eyes, have it flash through the colors, all that fun, cool stuff. All right, Cyrus, stand next to him. And as you can see, he is very, very tall. He's 6.5 feet tall. Very, very tall. All righty.
Well,